Hello everybody, this is Piefrenzy from Team Surround, and today we are back with another StarCraft 2 replay. Today, well, you probably guessed it is Game 3 of the number 114 ZOTAC Cup European blah 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 blah. It's in the title. Game number 3, EmpireKas versus TSLHyun. So in the bottom right location on Belshire Beach, the GSO version, keep in mind, being green with the green battle suit. Playing Terran, we have EmpireKas, and in the top left, in the drone body armor, playing Zerg, we have TSLHyun. Oh, boom. Alright, so we have pretty much nothing interesting going on so far. Although, I don't know, we could have seen a 6 pool or something. That's probably about the only thing interesting we could have seen by now. But we do not see command center first. We see one Rax, maybe one Rax expand, because these players probably play really macro oriented, because that's what they've done every single game. And you know what? They'll probably try to continue that. We see the drone here ready to make the hatchery, and there we go. Hatchery goes down. And we are drone scouting this time to make sure there are TSLHyun. Excuse me, we are not drone scouting, but TSLHyun is drone scouting to make sure he doesn't get proxy raxed, but EmpireKas lifts his supply depot up, so just in case he had any gas or any hidden racks, his opponent would not see it. But the spawning pool is not going down, of course, because what would you do if it didn't? But SAV is ready to make a command center because he is rich, and you know what? He's proud of it. 400 minerals. Man, that guy is rich. Refineries, both refineries now being taken by EmpireKas, so, wow, I'm doing a terrible job commentating this game, but, we'll probably see some, a faster factory than normal, probably. Maybe, a factory and then a starport. Oh my goodness, I just minimized my game. That was bad. Probably a factory, then a starport. Just to, just because he's gonna have so much gas income. Sorry, I was viewing my vid stats. Although, I seem to have slowed down on my view per days. Although I'm still increasing. Darn you, vidstatsx.com. But we do see the factory now coming down for EmpireKas. And, yeah, what is Hyun doing? He's not grabbed any gas yet. So he's either going to go for a third base, which, on this map, really, the third base here is better for the Terran, and the third base here is better for the Zerg. Well, either one is good for the Zerg, really, but this map is pretty good. But since either one is good for the Zerg, this actually map I think will favor Zerg because they'll be able to get on 4 bases pretty easily. The reason this base favors Terran is because you can set siege tanks up here on the high ground, and they'll just barely be in range to protect this. But we do see a starport on the way for EmpireKas, but he has a reactor on this barracks. Timing wasn't exactly perfect. Looks like we're going to see reactor Tellians. And, yep. We know that if we lose our reactor Tellians early, it's not good. But we see 2 gas on the way for Hyun. I kind of like not having a gas in the main and getting on the natural, because it's kind of a tricky play, because what if your opponent like scans your main and sees, oh, no gas, or he pushes up into your natural and sees 2 gas. He'll say, well, he has to have his gas in his main, because that's what most people do, right? Well, no, he actually only has 2 gas, so he's going to be going for a more heavy army, maybe mix in some banelings, but medic boost just now starting, but after getting out how many Hellions? 4 Hellions. He decides to lift off his factory, move it on over, and he's gonna put his barracks back on the reactor to make double Marines, but the tech lab is still on the starport, so we're gonna see some Banshees. Maybe he'll try cloaking. He has enough gas for it, but right now he needs some minerals for it. And will we see it right now, or will we see another Banshee? Probably another Banshee, or no, he will actually swap these two yet again. So the swap not actually the best. He put it on the bottom, but not that big of a deal really. The Zerg has established his third, and the Hellions are trying to do damage, but with the recent Queen buffs, or Hellions at the same range as Queens, really they're not that good. But oh my goodness, that was worth it. So many drones just caught. How many? Oh my goodness. That was... We gotta look at the units lost now. That is not it. Control R. 9 workers killed in that attack, and didn't lose a single Hellion. His Banshee only received minor damage, although his opponent now knows that he does have a tech lab on his starport, even though he's changed it. But his opponent knows that he already has starport, so drops are going to be possible. But he runs these on in to kill a few drones. I don't know if this is worth it, because he's going to lose all of these Hellions now. We gotta just try and keep an eye on this tab. Only 15 workers killed by this attack. 15 workers though. We gotta check out the units lost. TSLHyun has lost a lot more, and most of that is in workers, but that Banshee dying is gonna help Hyun a lot. If you're wondering why Hyun has such a huge supply lead, it's because he has 6 queens now, which each has 2 supplies, that is 12. And he's on 3 bases, that's 3 extra queens, so he'd be at 85 otherwise, so then it'd only be a 6 difference. Oh no, they built stuff to change the numbers on me, but he did lose those 4 Hellions, which is not the best, but killing 15 drones with them, I'll have to say, is okay. He lost the Banshee, which he didn't have to, but I guess it's okay. But Hyun looking like he's gonna take his 4th already, because he's got a lot of drones and he can do what he pleases, which I guess that makes sense. And a small SCV transfer going to the natural. The Ling's trying to make a counterattack with the siege tank on the high ground. It's not gonna really matter. This is why I said this base is pretty much better for Terran, is because, well, the siege tank is within range. I don't know if he can shoot on the outside of the command center. Maybe if he moved over here he could, but this way he protects it a lot. I feel like this is... Maybe at this one he could protect the whole thing. I don't know. Maybe he won. Just be safe, he's throwing a bunker down. But just, you know, Hyun... I just like try to speak Chinese. Oh no, you can't see the reply time. Bad. This TSLHyun's army is just really Ling drone queen, and right now there's 30 Marines, 49 I almost said SCV Zerglings. So EmpireKas really in the lead here, and this is look at all the stuff he is making. Terran mid game, so strong. But looks like he was trying to do a drop, but he let his Marines out, and they just got owned. But Spire was thrown down some time ago, and so is the Baneling nest apparently. Wow, I talked a bit too much there, but the sensor tower going down. But this creep is at the front door of his base, so I don't. Even though this spot is relatively defendable with these tanks on the high ground, it is expanding towards your opponents. I don't know if that's necessarily better than this one, but whatever the case is, EmpireKas trying to do some drops here, but easily gonna get cleaned up by the Mutiling army. The tanks finally unseating, realizing that they're pissed, and he might be trying to do a timing for when his 2-2 finishes, but combat shield just now being started, so interesting choice to not be getting until now. I'm wondering if that's a mistake, but either way, the sensor tower looking pretty. and a swell of units over here on the left side, maybe trying to eventually do a counterattack when he moves out. I don't know. But let's check out the units tab. We have 18 Bailings, 10 Mutalisks, and 71 drones versus many Marines and tanks. So probably the best thing to do here is we'll look at the units. No, not already looking at that. The army supply, which is definitely this. Army supply is in favor of cost, but only by 3, so it's just, oh no wait, it's in favor of Hyun. It's a worker supply that's in favor of cost, but when Terran has the worker, it's not that great, but we have a big engagement. All of these Marines get roasted, but it's about even in the worker supply. A lot of just banelings just having fun. The Thor just getting some free shots off on him, but not really magic box or spreading out too well. The Thor doing a lot of damage to these, but only able to kill off 2 where he dies. But he did take a lot of splash damage, and keep in mind that we need to close this so we can look at what's going on. The Mutalisks able to clean up all the siege tanks, which are really all that remain. All of the Marines died. Just some nice baneling hits, and just a lot of Mutalisks and Zerglings. And really, I think what happened is he got separated, and parts of his army got killed off at a time. But he was producing 9 or 11 Marines at a time. But he just couldn't manage to hang on because, well, Zerglings were in the main. Looks like some banelings may have hit. Most of his workers died. They all got transferred down here. Mutas were everywhere. And his opponent was on 4 bases while he had just established his 3rd for a little while. So that was game 3. I think what ended up happening is Hyun was able to just get a bunch of bases and was not really kept in check. This 3rd did go down at some point. I'm gonna go back and see, when did it die? Oh, here we go. We missed this. This is what happened. His army was all the way up here when he engaged in here, and freaking like 5 million banelings were being morphed in, 25 banelings being morphed in over here. And banelings can be super cost effective against Marines, but these tanks never sieged up, so that army just got owned because, you know, on creep, banelings cannot be outran by Marines, if I said that right. But I think it was just a huge counterattack by Hyun, and the banelings getting some nice hits just everywhere. So that is GG. Still 2 more games at most. It is 2-1, so it all comes down to game number 4 and whether TSLHyun can pull off another clutch victory. And I will see you guys in that video, which is the next one. Oh yeah, also subscribe if you want to, if you like what you see and you hear, because you know what, it can only get better. Because if I get worse, well then that's just a downer, and we don't want to get worse, because here at Team Gets Surround we encourage getting better every day. So once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in game number 4.